With every new period of migration to Europe, public debate can make the challenges seem to be unprecedented. But is integration really a new challenge each time? Don't we know a lot of what matters and what works? The EU defines integration as a dynamic process of mutual accommodation between migrants, the arriving community, and locals, the receiving community. The EU-funded project Focus has explored dynamic integration through a unique work programme, expanding what we know and linking it directly to implementation in practice. For the first time in Europe, research has been completed looking at socioeconomic and sociopsychological factors for both arriving and receiving communities through a quantitative and a qualitative study involving over 5,000 participants. The good news is, integration is generally accepted as the objective among the population, and there are many positive signs which contrast with political predictions made in 2015 and afterwards. However, while the arriving community acknowledges its active responsibility in the dynamic integration process, the receiving community tends to place this responsibility on others, especially institutions. Quality interaction between arriving and receiving communities is essential, but Focus has found that such social bridges are still rare. Social bridges, together with social bonds, that is, contacts people have within their own communities, impact mental well-being and are an essential factor for integration. If Europe is to get serious about dynamic integration, it needs to systematically address the key factors which enable it. Following reviews of current practices, Focus has worked closely together with non-government organisations and integration practitioners throughout Europe to co-create a practical framework to guide policy and practice, called the Focus Approach to Dynamic Integration. It is structured around 4 core principles. Make mental health and psychosocial support a part of standard practice to broadly improve well-being for migrants, but also for society as a whole. Actively involve both arriving and receiving communities in integration practices to build those social bonds and social bridges and give both communities a sense of ownership. Volunteerism can be a powerful vehicle to achieve this. Adopt co-creative and participatory approaches in programme design, implementation, monitoring and evaluation to empower communities. Instill a sense of equality and make sure the programmes address actual needs. Make institutions, civil society and communities work together through multi-stakeholder partnerships and coordination to establish social links between communities and institutions and tackle structural barriers to integration in the long term. Learn more about these principles and how to implement them in the Focus Living Well Together resource. The key dynamics of integration are known better than ever. Let's apply what we know. Let's measure and address issues on an ongoing basis, rather than deal with migration in crisis mode. That's the main finding from Focus. When we want to, we can cope.